Hey everyone! In this video I'm going to show you how to use the Vegetation Studio output with the MapMagic. I've started from the empty scene and created the default MapMagic object. And now I'm going to decorate it with some textures to make it look proper. I've created the background grass layer and now I'm adding cliff textures on the slopes. I'm using the slope node to mask the steep terrain surface. Now I'm adding one more cliff layer to add the rocky ground on the convex areas. This cliff texture will be a bit brighter, so I'm calling it Bright Cliff. I will be using the cavity node to detect the convex areas. That should be good. And now I'm creating a Vegetation Studio output by clicking Create, Output, Vegetation Studio. I assign the demo vegetation package that comes with the Vegetation Studio asset. Once done, you can notice the changes in hierarchy. First of all, this node adds a main Vegetation Studio game object. And then in each of the terrain tiles, you can see the Vegetation System game object. All of the Vegetation Studio users should be familiar with the Vegetation System component. First of all, I'd like to turn the runtime spawn off. And, since I'm here, I'm going to add the tree object to the package. We will not be using the runtime spawn or any of the runtime spawn values, but will create the persistent storage instead. For those who are not familiar with the persistent storage, in a couple of words, it's a data that stores objects that were placed manually. Okay, so now I'm going to plant the grass on all of the grass texture. I'm switching the grass type to the map and connect it to the grass texture output. To avoid grass growing on the cliff texture, I will adjust it with the curve. Now I'm placing the stone objects. I do not change the layer type and leave it as object. Then I create the scatter node and connect it to the layer. You can see that all of the stones are the same. They even do not rotated or scaled. To fix this, I will use the adjust mode. When the relative height is checked, all of the stones are placed on the terrain. But when I uncheck it, you can see that all of the stones are at the 0 level. Take the terrain normal toggle. We'll rotate all of the stones to make them follow the terrain incline. Now I'm going to add some trees. The trees appeared exactly at the same position as stones. This is because the both scatter nodes' seed values match. To fix this, I'm going to change the tree's seed value. To avoid the trees growing on the cliff, I will be using the grass mask as a probability factor for the scatter. You can see that all of the trees are placed evenly. I'm going to make them grow in groups by using the noise node. And now I'm going to start the play mode to see how it all looks on the infinite terrain. There's one more thing to mention. When we exit the play mode, you can see that none of the trees or grass is no longer visible. Vegetation Studio users might be familiar with this. We've got to start the vegetation system to use it in editor. So that's all for now. Hope you will enjoy working with the Vegetation Studio and MapMagic.